Alright, we got to put this pole mounted on here so we can have the CPE receiving on the other side of this RV here from the office. 10 foot should get us above it. Then we put a AP on it as well and send it over this humongous gas tank and feed all the RVs in the other RV park all over there. So let's see if we can get this accomplished. We got one that's tied in over there from right over there area there, but all these others, these trees here, is in the way of getting to the AP that's already in this RV park. So we're going to get one that's pretty much going right down the road, because here's the stand we're going to put it on, and it pretty much puts it right in the middle of both sides, so it should be all right. So let's see if we can get this up and running today. Have to get electrical. I don't know if we're going to get that done today or not, but got plenty of spaces. Let's get this done. Alright, had to figure out which angle each one of these goes, because this one is going to be the CPE receiving the internet, and then this one is going to be the AP sending out. So I had to figure out which angle it would be to get this to work. It looks like I'm going to have to move this one up because it's right on the switch here, so it's actually making it tilt up. So I need to move the wire up a tad bit. And loosen this up and slide it up, but keep the same angle. The good thing is this 120 AP that gives me a lot of playing room of not being dead on center of the road between the two sides of the RVs. So we'll see how this works out. Got it lined up. Let's go ahead and mount this up on there, and then I get the box mounted, then I can start wiring it up. Well, I put some cords I already had made just laying around, and I figured they looked long enough, but they came up about a foot and a half short after I got it up as high as I needed it up there to get down and come in the bottom of that box. So I want to have a little extra place, so I made it another 3 foot just to be on the safe side. So let's put some ends on these two cords, replace the two blue ones, and put it back up on there, and then mount the box, start wiring things up, put a temporary power to it that we have here so we see it all line up and power up, and get the CPE up at the top actually registered to this site. So let's get this done.
All right, this is where my microphone actually went dead. I don't know if it was fully charged or what, but after I changed the wires, I started to remount the pole with the AP and the CPE backhaul remounted. And then I started to get the everything lined up, and hopefully that the AP will be pointing down the road where I wanted it when I got a good alignment on this CPE backhaul after I get power to it. But unfortunately, when I turned the pole and got a good reading and a good connection with the backhaul CPE, the AP was not pointing in the direction where I wanted it. And it was getting ready to rain, so I was in a rush trying to get it just right. Started sprinkling a little bit. And not only did the AP get bumped a little bit and twisted, it actually shifted around on the pole as well. And I didn't really pay attention to it and didn't notice it at the time until I got it up and mounted. But as easy it is to put the pole up and down, that was no big issue. And hopefully when they call me or text me and let me know that they got power outlet on the back side there, I can go back up there and actually plug it in and then go get lot 16 in the new RV park realigned to this AP and programmed to communicate with it so she can get back on the internet. All right, this is after I get the pole mounted. I decided to put on that side instead of the other 6x6 to give them a little bit more room to run their wire and put a plug up there so I can have power. And I'm looking to see exactly where the antenna, where the AP is on the office, trying to figure out exactly where it's at. Looking through and around as much as possible to get that alignment before I put power to it to get the best before I lock it down with the straps. And hopefully that the AP is going to be pointing down the road. But as you see, it's pointing to the right. And that happens to be exactly where it was pointing when the backhaul CPE actually has a good alignment. So I had to take the pole back down and actually turn the AP around. But that's how I got it set up. And there, right there is two PoEs, one feeding the CPE backhaul and one feeding the AP, and then it plugs. Each one will plug into the unmanaged switch. So the CPE backhaul will give out IPs. So whatever I plug in, then I have 5 RVs down that way to run wires under the ground like I did the other ones in the middle. And as I mentioned, I put 2 new wires because the other ones came up short. Got to cut the input ends on it and plug them into each one PoE. You can't get them backwards because one of them's going to feed, the CPE, which gives IPs out to everything on that particular box and everything I plug into the unmanaged switch. And I'm going to go ahead and tie these wires off here to get them down close to the bottom. Still, we need to put up one more strap at right above that, right there, because it's still the wind's going to blow and it's not good to have them flap around a little bit. So I'll go ahead and cut these and put ends on them, plug them in. Can't get them backwards the way I have it set up. And also I got to put the thermostat in there for the fans too. All right, we got these terminated and got them put in. And the thing is, I got one RV, I got 5 of them there down to the left. And one of them is a little bit over, at least looks like it's going to be over 328 feet. So Ethernet wire is not going to be long enough because that's the farthest you can go on Ethernet with one run. And plus, it's not just, from there to the pedestal of the power there. It has to come up to this box, so that adds more. So we're going to have to do a measurement to be sure, get one of the rollers and see what it actually comes up to. All right, we got the temporary power supply so we can turn everything on and see if we can get it to show up in UISP. We're checking to see if we got power. I charged the backup there before I left. We got power showing up, and the POEs, the lights are very almost unseen during the daylight, but they are on. So we're going to start looking in the UISP and see if it actually shows up, since I've already got everything programmed and the registration key in it. All right, now I'm going to connect up the laptop into the switch and be sure I got internet coming there. And I didn't remember that I did not take this CPE and take it out of a client's account that was suspended. So therefore, when I programmed it, it's still attached there to his account, and I couldn't get internet because it was still suspended. All right, this is where I got the laptop plugged in and got the CPE backhaul radio dropped to this site so it will not be suspended anymore to do a speed test and get the alignment and all that, have access to it. And I'm looking to see where exactly the AP is pointing. It's supposed to be pointing there, but it's actually pointing that direction. Not where I want it. It's off a little bit, but I want to see what the CPE backhaul is actually doing and see if I can get enough speed. If I can get, 80, 90 down is more than enough to feed that little RV park over there. More than enough. And them 5 RVs to the left of this pedestal of the power there. So if I can get 90, I'll have enough because I got big RV parks that's got, 50, 60 spots in it, and they use maybe 40, 50 megs at one given time. So I don't think I have an issue of feeding this little park here of 16 of like 25 or so people. So I think I'd be okay. If not, I'll just change the radio to something faster. All right, this is after I took the pole down and realigned the AP to the center of the road, the split between all the RVs over there. As you see, it's not pointing to the right anymore. It's actually pointing down the road. So right where I need it. Now just waiting for them to call or text me and say, we got you an outlet. And then come up there and plug it in and get that one client at least on it. Okay, got all this where I need it. Let's see here, I need to get this plugged actually in there too. See if it'll fit. Now we just need to get them to put me actually an outlet over here so I can plug that in. That's the only thing I'm waiting on. And I'm tempted to go down there and go ahead and program at least one, but I'm telling them that just waiting for them to put power so I can actually, because I don't want to leave that cord out. It's made to be on the outside, but not the end itself. I don't want to leave it out. So I get them to put power up, then I'll just have to ride back up here and do that. Plug it in and then go program that one to it and get her back up online. So we'll go from there. But right now,
This is just a relay station that I set up to feed the next RV park, which is all down there. So let's get this cord out of here, unplug it, and actually put it inside here. And I should be good. So we'll just take this cord and just keep it on the inside here and be good. Okay, we got all that on there. Now it's time to get out of here. Go up there and let them know that this is done and I need power. As soon as they get that done, I can actually come back and fire it up. Alright, now I just need to lock this bad boy up. Let's zoom out a little bit, a little bit more. There we go. Nothing else I can do with this until I like to put these stiff wires under here like that to keep kind of pressure on that in case that wants to start kind of linger around and start to pull out. But it's tight up in there, so I shouldn't have any problems with that. I mean, when I pulled this out and when I pulled the USB power supply out, I was afraid I was going to pull this off. It was so tight on there, but she should be good. So let's lock this up. Put a lock on it. There we go. She's got a lock. It's the only thing I don't like about this box is the way it locks. There's no way to turn this lock this way because this is just too long. But as long as it's locked, it really won't matter. Wish this was some kind of a more reinforced, you know, plastic, but practically got this box almost free. Somebody had it on Amazon almost dirt cheap. It was almost that the shipping was more than what the box was, so I couldn't resist it just to see how well it works with the fans and stuff. I mean, I can always come and change it to another box if I need to, but right now we get another zip tie and put right up on there. But she's up and not running yet because I need more. I need power, but we should be good for now. Okay, there we go. We got another box, another RV park access point, backhaul, all in one. Now we'll just see if we can get more clients down here. I got one way over here that is pretty much around the trees here, not in the way, so he can actually get access to the tower I got back here behind me. So he has a connection, but pretty much everybody else, these trees here just kill it because I have one all the way down on the right. I don't know if I see it from here or not, but it's all the way down to the right. Right down there. And it's just not working. But it will reach this one because there's no trees in the way. They need to be on an access point anyway by themselves. And plus, I was going to put like a 45 up there, another one just like the backhaul, but I wanted 120 to not only get this park. He's building the deck out there where he's going to have gas and all that, which is what this is, I do believe, fuel, so people can actually come up with boats and get filled up. So he's going to have internet to process credit cards. And I don't know exactly where that's going to be out there, but the 120 will give me access out there too. Thank you for subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting, all that good stuff. It helps out the channel. I will see you in the next video, wherever that may be.